Hi everyone, it's Agnieszka from 5-Minute Language. Welcome to the 5-Minute Language channel. Today, I'd like to talk about a question that I'm sure you've been asking yourself a lot. What is the best way to learn a foreign language? I've been learning languages myself for many years now, and it's a question that has come up for me as well. And today, I'd like to share with you a very simple philosophy that will help you make progress regardless of what language you're trying to learn and regardless of what level you're at. I'm not going to discuss any specific tips or techniques. I'm just going to share with you this very simple philosophy, and I'm going to call it deliberate practice. It's actually a concept that has existed for a long time now, but I thought it would be interesting to discuss it in relation to language learning specifically. So what is deliberate practice? Deliberate practice is a way of learning that involves really reflecting on your learning process. So what I mean by that is it involves looking back at what you have learned and what you haven't learned, and identifying those areas of weakness that you want to focus on to make progress. When learning a foreign language, sometimes it might be tempting to actually focus on the things that you know how to do already, because they make you feel better and you feel comfortable and you feel confident doing them. And I can understand why that is tempting. I myself am a very big fan of celebrating success when it comes to learning a language. I really encourage people to recognize how much they've already achieved and to congratulate themselves on that. However, if you just do that, then you're missing out on opportunities for progress. So deliberate practice helps you identify your areas of weakness and focus specifically on them next time you're doing a language activity. It's called deliberate practice because you are being deliberate about the specific areas that you want to focus on, the specific areas of weakness that you've identified. And you can only identify them by looking back at your language work deliberately and thinking about those areas of weakness consciously, rather than thinking, next time I want to do a little bit more reading or a little bit more vocabulary because that's the area that I feel less confident in. Deliberate practice is about being very specific about what it is specifically that you need to focus on. One thing about deliberate practice that I really want to emphasize to you is that when you identify an area of weakness, you should only focus on that one thing. Because if you focus on that one thing, rather than focusing on everything, it will be much less overwhelming. You might be a beginner and you might have a lot of areas of weakness, so focusing on all of them at the same time will obviously be a little bit demotivating. Instead, select that one thing that you want to focus on today or this week or this month, and just practice that area until you get fluent in that one specific aspect of language learning. So the main thing I wanted to emphasize really is focusing on areas of weakness. However, deliberate practice is also about identifying your areas of strength and making sure that you recognize them as well. So every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks, you can look back at your progress and identify also the areas where you're doing really, really well, to make sure that you don't focus your attention too much on those areas. So looking at your strengths helps you refine the areas of weakness, if you know what I mean. So you know that you feel very comfortable using the present tense, for example, in the language you're learning, so you know that that's an area that you don't want to focus on necessarily. It's not an area of weakness. So looking at those strengths, not just for the sake of congratulating yourself, but also for the sake of identifying your weaknesses or ensuring that they are well defined. So I hope that you've enjoyed this little video. Make sure that you like it and share it and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Also, head over to the blog, which I've linked to in the description underneath this video. I'll see you next time. Bye!